Alright, so what's up guys, it's Matterz. We have a bunch of stuff regarding Black Ops 3 Zombies, DLC 4, and maybe even DLC 5 to cover within this video. We're going to be going through a secret Treyarch interview that went through a bunch of DLC 4 teasers, a bunch of stuff that we're going to see within this new map, and a bunch of storyline hints as well, and a bunch of really funny Jason Blundell quotes actually roasting Infinite Warfare Zombies, so we're going to get to that. We're also going to be talking about the trailer that just released. We're going to be looking at some DLC 5 hints as well, and something very important regarding Noah J456 and a bunch of big YouTubers not being able to record Revelations early, which is really huge, and it's a big thing within the Zombies community ever since they were able to play these DLCs early since the beginning of Black Ops 3. So many topics within this video, man. It's gonna be freaking insane. DLC 4 was within 3 days. There's just so much stuff to talk about. I don't have time to do this, man. But again, last night's video, our like goal was 500 likes. We hit 500 likes legit within like 3 hours. Right now, we're at 817 likes. So thank you guys so much, man. That was crazy seeing that. So if we can go for 700 likes on this video, that'd be freaking insane. And let's get into the info. So I want to start off here quickly with the trailer. Again, I uploaded the full trailer on my channel, so the top link in the description, it'll say Revelations Storyline Teaser Trailer. Click that link if you want to see the full trailer, no commentary. It's a really sick trailer, and it goes through basically the Origins characters now being able to trust Richtofen going into Revelations, and Richtofen may actually complete his goal without Monty, and he basically says, like, I don't need Monty to do this. So there's now a different feud here. You have Monty trying to help us up against the Apothicons in the Shadow, and Monty's like, okay, this is a shit show, we need to get out of this, we need to get this, you know, get rid of these Apothicons and get this done. But Richtofen's even saying, no, I must complete my goal even if Monty is here or not here. So leading to Revelations, that's gonna be insane to really see, like, is Monty really gonna be good? Because as of now, he seems pretty good. Like, the Apothicons and the Shadow Man, those are like the most evil in this universe, but Monty could be another evil force against Richtofen as well. So we'll see what happens. I don't know, just check out that trailer, the link is in the description. Such an insane storyline trailer. And yeah, so moving on here, we're gonna go over now to the Noah J thing. This is what Noah J tweeted out because it's so freaking huge. He said, no one's playing Revelations, no one's going to. The people who are is Treyarch. And this is a Reddit post. Again, everything I talk about within this video, the links will be in the description. Basically, it says confirmation right now that no one is getting special treatment to play Revelations early. Personally, I really don't mind, but a huge portion of the community is divided on this. What are your guys' opinion? Blah blah. And again, guys, you guys know the problem with the community on this topic is that, okay, these YouTubers get to play early, the YouTubers play, and they know everything about the map before everyone else does. And I know people have been saying it's only a couple hours they play, but I understand the argument. Like, once you know how to do the preliminary stuff, how to like get the Dreisenreich bow, how to get the KT4, once you already know how to do that, it advances you so much more into getting the Easter egg done. So although I don't personally mind as well that YouTubers play early, like they're in that position where they're able to do that, and that's just crazy for them. Like, I would want to do that one day, that's just insane. But it is unfair for them to have a head start for the map, and they do have a clear head start, no matter if it's 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. They do have a clear head start. So this time around, the Easter egg hunting is going to be so intense because everyone's going to have it right when it comes out. No special treatment. No one's going to be playing it early except everyone. YouTubers, community members, just everyone playing this game will play it at the same exact time. That's going to be really huge. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about that. Obviously, I think that's just freaking insane. YouTubers aren't really too happy about that, I'm guessing, but I think everyone else really is because they just want a fair shot at getting this Easter egg done, and I understand that. Now, moving on here, this is the main part of this video. I want to go through all of the like DLC 4 info and also DLC 5 stuff as well because it really is interesting. So we're going to throw in some DLC 4 stuff. I'm going to do, basically, there's a rundown on Reddit of everything that happened within the live stream. Well, actually, it wasn't a live stream. The panel that they didn't actually live stream it for some reason, which is really weird. They wanted to keep it really secret. I would have preferred it to be live stream so we can all get this information faster, but here is everything that happened within that game, within that panel, talking about the game, talking about DLC 4 and all the insane stuff. So there's some questions and answers. We'll go through some questions regarding the storyline, and then we'll talk about DLC 5. So they started off by revealing a new trailer, recapping the story. Again, that's the storyline trailer that I just posted on my channel. Again, check that out. The link is in the description if you haven't seen it. And then it says Blundell truly lives for our reactions to everything. So Blundell loves when we get, you know, hyped up for a new map and an Easter egg ending cutscene in the storyline. So just random stuff there. He loves our interactions and reactions to trailers and just feelings about this game and how, you know, about how driven we are to figure out the storyline, all that insane stuff. You guys know that. Here's an interesting question. Who is the bald man from Ascension? I guess a question from a random guy. And then Jason Blundell says, you might get an answer within DLC 4. And that's a huge thing for a lot of people. I think a lot of people have been saying, oh, what if it's Dempsey in another universe or something, or Dempsey reincarnated into a different form or something. And apparently, we're gonna get an answer within DLC 4. So that's obviously gonna be pretty interesting. I don't know how much importance that's gonna be for DLC 4, but that'll be done there, I guess. There's also really something insane here. Basically, it was mentioned within the panel that some cipher, or a couple ciphers, or a single cipher within Revelations will take you maybe even 2 years to solve, according to Jason, which is crazy because they usually say like, oh, this Easter egg will take forever, this cipher will not be unsolved, and it's solved, but he's honestly saying that this will legit take you 2 years to solve, which is crazy because it must be a crazy cipher. Like, it must actually have a huge revelation within it. Get it? No, but seriously, like, it must be some huge information within that thing. So the fact that it's gonna take 2 years is just absolutely crazy. I don't even know how we're gonna figure that out, but we'll see what happens. Now, Craig Houston, alongside Jason Blundell, said it's the biggest DLC we've ever done in terms of character dialogue and audio. Stop and smell the roses. Now, when I saw that, I was legit like, okay, you know what? When I'm playing Revelations, I'm gonna look around for some roses and I'm gonna smell them, okay? Because I think he may have said that literally, like, look, go around, smell those roses, you'll get a secret wonder up. And because I'm telling you, man, the fact that there's gonna be so much Easter, like, Revelations honestly is gonna be jam-packed with ciphers, storyline hints, teasers going back to these old maps, and the fact that he's saying that, you know, they've put so much into this map and stop and smell the roses, honestly, I'm gonna take that literally. Looking around for roses within Revelations, man, I bet you something's gonna be, some sort of Easter egg or cipher is gonna happen with these roses. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Next question here is the red scarf on Monty the same one in Origins? And you know, the answer is yes. I don't know. I think we already knew that to some extent, but I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Not much is really known with the red scarf. A lot of people have just been saying like, oh yeah, it's a part of the army that was, you know, around that time period, but people are putting a lot more meaning into it. So as of now, we're not so sure. I don't want to put too much emphasis on that because there really isn't a lot of information. And yeah, so far there's confirmation that the red scarf is the same on Monty as it was from Origin. So that's just, I don't even know what to say to that. So moving on here, it says, after this meeting, Jason and the zombies team are going straight back to work on the next thing. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? That's literally what they said. They're going straight back to work on the next thing. And then this says DLC 5, maybe? I don't know. And we'll talk about DLC 5 in a second, but God, man, I don't know. We'll get to that in a second. Blundell says they intentionally chose not to make the story where new players can join in any map. It's about creating a whole storyline. So they made it tailored to the players that were here, not necessarily since the beginning, but like if you started off in Shadows of Evil and you went through Shadows of Evil 2 Revelations, you really understood and you had a good grasp of what was going on. And I know a lot of people are confused. That's probably because they didn't really play Shadows of Evil, but they started in Horizon Rock, or they didn't play Zetsuo and they started in Karobi and they played Shadows of Evil and they skipped to Horizon Rock. Like, you can't skip these maps, he's saying. You need to play every map to really understand the storyline, and he's making it so only, like, not necessarily the hardcore fans play, but only a fan that really plays every map and understands every map will really understand the storyline. That's obviously a really cool thing as well, because it's really catering towards the real fans of zombies, which is obviously what the real fans of zombies want. The next question here says, how satisfying is the ending? And the answer is, this is the end. I believe there's also enough gaps to allow community to move further, and that's another thing as well. They're emphasizing as well, this is obviously the end. They're putting brackets on the storyline. We're going to see a ton of stuff revealed within this map Revelations. A ton of stuff just coming full circle together. How the storyline's working, what their final goal is, what we're taught from the Blood Vials and Monty, and all this insane stuff will all come together. But as well, there will be a ton of stuff definitely setting up the storyline for the next Call of Duty Treyarch game in 2018, 2019. So it's going to be freaking crazy to see what happens then. And, yeah, obviously the storyline will end, but I think the legacy of the storyline will never actually end. Like, we're not going to see a completely new storyline. We'll see teasers leading back to this, or maybe we'll see the new characters in this map that will actually play us and take us through the next Treyarch series coming and moving forward in the next couple of years. So we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be freaking insane. So there is a confirmation again that it's not necessarily ending. This storyline, this universe will end, but it's not necessarily ending. So we'll see what that means once the map releases, once we probably see the Easter egg ending cutscene. Quick one here as well. All 6 comic book covers will have a deeper meaning and create a bigger image when put together. That's going to be really interesting as well. Maybe something huge. The comics are supposed to be surrounding the transit crew and a lot more into what they were doing. So that's going to be insane to see what the deal is with that. Another one is your passion involvement within what we do fills our souls, blah, blah. See the response we see means the world. That's Jason basically talking to the YouTubers and everyone, you know, being invested within the game. Thank you very much for all the energy and love for this project. It makes us happily push forward another 10 years. And that's Jason again. So looks like they're not planning on stopping zombies anytime soon, so that's obviously a really good thing. They're moving forward, man. They're getting ready. And the quote that we saw before, they're getting started with the next new thing, which is like, oh man, is that... we'll talk about that in a second. We'll see. Taking shots at IW zombies. Jason is a savage, LOL. This is the fun part here. Before we talk about DLC 5, this is what Jason said. Games are too far soft about the way they bring people in. How about a mode where you have to be good to play it? And that's what Blundell said. Obviously, this is because Infinite Warfare, it's pretty easy. There's a lot of stuff. They're making it so casual players are easily assimilated into the game. Like, when you die, you don't really die. You can get back to life. When you lose your weapons, you can get your weapons back. And Jason basically saying, why would it be hard? You have to be good at a mode to be able to play it and have fun. And also, he said, there was a question, is tutorial mode, will there be a tutorial mode in Revelations? And he said, no, I will never make a tutorial mode for zombies. And again, those are obvious shots at Infinite Warfare, because Infinite Warfare zombies will have a tutorial mode. So, just so funny, man, that, you know, Jason Blundell is saying all this crazy stuff. But, again, DLC 5. And now, basically, a lot of people have been saying, and I'll put some tweets up on screen from JD, and it's really interesting because during the interview, during the actual sort of panel that they did, and during the original teaser of all this insane stuff, talking about DLC 4, they basically were saying that obviously they're not done with Black Ops 3. And people were either saying, oh wait, so like, they're doing DLC 5? What do you mean you're not done with Black Ops 3? And people are just saying, no, they're not done with Black Ops 3 because they're still releasing DLC 4. And throughout the whole thing, I've been looking at a bunch of stuff here, and people have been saying it's really interesting because they haven't really been hinting at this being the last map, the final installment. Like, it doesn't really seem like they've been really saying, okay guys, our final map pack for Black Ops 3 Zombies, this is the end, Revelations, and all this insane stuff. They haven't really actually said that. Instead of saying their final map pack, they say, okay, DLC 4 will be this, and this is what Mark Lamia said. It's not what Jason Blundell said regarding the storyline. Like, the storyline will definitely end within Revelations, so obviously it's ending there with the storyline. But Mark Lamia, you know, the studio head, Treyarch, whatever, like the main guy, the main big boss there, he basically said in this sort of stage where they're revealing all of the insane stuff for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, he said DLC 4, new installment, blah, 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 when usually they would say, you know, the ending. And a lot of people, maybe, you know, the Glitching Queen made a video talking about this, and she was basically saying as well, you know, JD, she put, you know, he put up the tweet that I showed you guys already just now, and we don't really know what it means right now, and I don't know. I feel like it could just mean that DLC 4 is coming, they're not done yet, but the fact that Jason Blundell, moving back to the recap from the panel, the fact that Jason Blundell said, we're getting back to work on our next project, and the fact that DLC 4 had already been finished 2 to 3 months ago, so that for the past 2 to 3 months, they've been working on something secret, and now they went to COD XP, and after this, Jason Blundell said, okay, now we're gonna go back and get to work on our next project. Means that it's something very interesting occurring right now. It has to be something very interesting. I don't know if it's DLC 5. It honestly sure seems like it. I don't think we will honestly see a DLC 5 map pack necessarily. Again, like I've said before, if we would ever see a DLC 5, it would be in the form of just remastered maps. Now, the reason why I don't think that's the case anymore is because we're seeing these remastered maps on Revelations itself, so it just doesn't make sense for them to actually have like remaster maps on a disc or on a season pass download or for $5 each when you can literally like not really play the maps on Revelations, but they're already on Revelations as well. So I just don't think they would do that. But all of this coming together, all of these hints of DLC 5, I don't know, man, they must be doing something interesting. Whether or not it's DLC 5, something definitely is going to come throughout the next couple of years before Treyarch Zombies is ready to release their next installment of Zombies 2019, 2018, wherever that's going to be, in 2 years at this point. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's a couple new maps during the life cycle of Infinite Warfare. Obviously, sometimes with the past Call of Duties, they do still release camos and updates for the past Call of Duties. Like Advanced Warfare, they still release weapons for their game, and Black Ops 3 is almost over, which is insane. So maybe Black Ops 3, they're going to do the same thing, but instead of releasing weapons for their old game, they're going to be doing maps. I don't know. Again, I wanted to put that at the end of the video because it's not officially confirmed. It's just out there. It's something that people have been talking about. They have so much time. They've been working on this for 3 months now, and now they're saying they're getting back to work on something new. So could be the new Call of Duty. I don't really know. We'll just see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. Tell me what you think about this DLC 4 information, all this insane stuff, man. DLC 4 is going to be freaking unreal. We'll have so many more DLC 4 videos and streams before this map releases. And yeah, it's going to be crazy. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.